Question 1326. What is your favourite missing verse from the Bible?
This was all fiction. The end.
The
How would I know if it's missing?
No, the point was to come up with one.
Oh.
See, I thought we were getting very intellectual, and I'm like, well, I do have some things from the Nog Homedy that I could discuss.
Neslover says, okay, thou shalt not put pineapple on thine pizza. The missing 11th commandment.
I think anybody who puts pineapple on pizza, they should just not ever be allowed to have pizza again in any form.
Don't pizza shame.
Honestly, like the stuff that's missing is, rape is bad and slavery is bad, and women are equal.
Not according to the Bible.
But adding it to the Bible. That's what's missing.
Yes. Judy says, be excellent to each other and fuck the rest of this book. Maricat says, it's just a freaking book. Yuhan says, Apocalypse of Peter. Ginger Nation says, God, so you know how we have a duck. Don't get that.
And the Lord said, put no other gods before me because I'm a bottom.
You think Judas and Jesus had a thing? Because I think they might have had a thing.
You don't think they were brothers?
Judas and Jesus were not actual brothers. They're supposed. If you read like the Gospel according to Judas, that's a pretty interesting book where it tells a completely different story to where Jesus asks Judas to betray him because nobody would. And so Judas took a hit for the team, man. But Judas loved Jesus so much. So I wonder.
I was thinking Thomas slept with Pontius Pilate.
Maybe.
It says here, Yuhan, Yahweh is definitely a power bottom. Yandiri says, dropkick haters. Spooky says, and then I woke up and it was all a dream. Maricat says, the Gospel of Judas. Godless Sewing says, the part where Peter comes back with his clothes off, or maybe I'm thinking of someone I have a restraining order against.
Jesus comes back with his clothes off. You must have a thing with Peter's. It says Jesus comes back, not Peter, Dave.
I want to know what the women were
You wanna
into
say
who were
Peter?
hanging out at his grave, waiting to get at him after 3 days.
I think they were afraid that somebody would steal the body, but I think that probably happened. So
Okay. I think I like Trans Atheist. I wish I'd bumped into them sooner. The prelude for the Bible from Red Dwarf. The characters and events in this book are purely fictional and do not bear any resemblance to reality.
I've got one. Am I allowed to speak today?
Yes.
No.
But you're not allowed to play with your carrot.
Manda just did her angry face. I'm scared.
Smiled at you, Stool. How is that my angry face?
I can't tell the difference when you still.
I want to see you suck that carrot.
Yeah, okay.
he's not that limber.
Limber or limper?
Both, probably. I don't know.
I think it should start with the opening scene, with the opening titles from Episode 4 of Star Wars. A long time ago, galaxy far, far away, brackets, or for the Americans, what do they call brackets? Hypotheses. Parentheses, the George Lucas cut. Because it's a fucking pile of shit.
Godless Scammer says...
It's just a child's movie. It's no big deal.
Not the book.
No, we're talking about the Bible.
Oh, that's just a child's book. It's no big deal.
Thanks for clarifying.
Some people think it's a big deal. Godless Scammer says, he's not the Messiah, he's a very naughty boy.
This is true. I'm Brian and so's my wife.
The word, Dave.
What? What's the word?
Mm-hmm.
Which word?
Use the side chat to kick Stool.
What?
To the magic word.
Shh.
It's a secret word.
There's a secret word.
I'm missing something.
I'm
Doesn't
missing
matter.
something.
What was the question?
What is your favourite missing verse from the Bible?
Yeah, I answered.
Yeah.
Jeff says, and the Last Supper, the disciples argued over who has a starter.
You know, they did have to rent that room upstairs, in the upper room. What would the starter be, though? Would it be like Baba Ganoush or tabbouleh, or what would they have as a starter?
That's what the whole Last Supper painting is about. Is they're discussing who ordered the tabbouleh.
That's right. Or was it hummus? That might have been nice. With some nice unleavened bread. Dip it in the hummus.
I think that particular picture is where some guy is saying, "Hang on, who ordered the fucking shellfish?"
Somebody got really sick that night. Shellfish don't do great in the desert. Just saying.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Right, that it was at the Last Supper. They had shellfish.
They had shellfish, and
They had
that's
shellfish.
why.
And the next
that's why-
day, he said, I felt that ill. He just said, just kill me now.
No, I've got all this sorted out actually, because as you know, and Scientism Mel knows this, I'm dead clever me. So shellfish, eating things that aren't properly dead, and cutting your foreskin off. I've worked all this out. I understand why they did it and wrote all this shit down. But anyway, carry on, Dave.
He's working on his thesis.
I think we'll go to the next question.
I didn't answer.
Go on. Go on then. Oh, everyone threw things at me. I lost track. Go on, Mel.
It's okay. I was
your
just gonna. I was actually going with the Nog Hammadi thing. If you've not read the Gospel according to Mary Magdalene, it's pretty cool. Jesus gives her a bunch of passwords in order to get into the different levels of heaven, and then all of the people came out. When she came out right before Jesus ascended into the sky or whatever, they were like, "What did Jesus say to you?" And she was like, "Well, he told me not to tell you guys." And they were like, "Well, you're just a stupid woman. You don't know anything." So it's just like that. All of that with the passwords to heaven should have been put in the Bible, but you know, we're just stupid women. We don't know anything. Like all of the different bosses for all the levels of heaven, what words to say in order to get in, you know. So, all right. Heck of a read, by the way.
Apparently you're getting adverts for fertility treatments. What's that say about people that watch my show?
They're fucked no matter what they do.
Either that or they're barren.
You're pleased with that, aren't you?
I don't know what to think about that. Do they have erectile dysfunction? Are they barren? Are they, maybe they got the Rona because the Rona affects your sperm now.
Why don't you answer the question?
I would have gone with the red dwarf one.
What? I'm talking about your question.
I am. I'd have gone with the red dwarf answer.
What is the red dwarf answer?
Something along the lines of the following book is purely fiction, and any resemblance of the characters to anyone living or dead is purely coincidental.
I think that's South Park as well.
So what is a Rona doing to sperm?
Reducing the count.
It doesn't make it inedible though.
I thought it was Trump that was trying to do that.
I wouldn't eat it.
Dave, they
'Cause you
got me
can-
before me.
That's your choice. They still love you.
You know, you don't want the virus is present in sperm, so you can actually contract it through sex.
Dawn Uphead says, "How do you get a job as a sperm counter?"
Took a lot of college. Being all those parties with the frats and sororities. They got really good at it, and they're like, "Hey, you should do this for a living." I'm like, "Man, you got that right. I should totally."
Yet again, I'm totally not going to record this and show it to SJ.
If you enjoyed that, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't, hit the thumbs down. If you think you've got a better answer or just want to tell us how wrong we are, leave a comment down below. Subscribe down here for new questions every day, and make sure you hit the bell so you don't miss out on our live shows. If you click over here, you'll see our latest upload. Over here, for what YouTube thinks you'll love the most. And finally, for a complete playlist of all our currently released questions, click here.